The ICE enforcement surge in Maine is ending. That's according to Senator Susan Collins. Her office said this morning agents are, quote, ceasing extended operations here.
Senator Collins says this comes after direct communication between her and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Senator Collins says that means there are no current, ongoing, or planned large-scale ICE operations in the state.
Phil Hirschhorn joins us now to break down the political side of this announcement. Phil, what came together to make this happen?
Well, it's kind of been in the works for about a week. I just got off the phone with Senator Collins and can share some new information. She, by the way, voted to confirm Kristi Noem as President Trump's Homeland Security Secretary, got her on her cell phone after the ICE surge arrest started last week. And today, Collins says she's delighted her access produced results. She says she told Noem last week the surge was causing great fear and anxiety and that she didn't see the justification for it in Maine. Noem asked her for examples and Collins sent them, compiling anecdotes such as about mothers being arrested after school drop-off or legal immigrants who are afraid to go to work. Late yesterday, as Collins recounted this morning on WVOM radio, they spoke again.
I do want to assure everyone that the normal operations that ICE and Border Patrol do, which are important to public safety, will continue, but not this enhanced sweep, which was far too indiscriminate.
This morning, Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Graham Plattner rallied supporters outside the senator's Portland office. Plattner, who wants to dismantle ICE, called the Collins-Noem deal a pinky promise, and he criticized Collins' goal to pass that $64 billion Homeland Security funding bill this week. It includes $10 billion for ICE and $18 billion for Customs and Border Enforcement. That's 43% of the bill.
The Republican Party wants to give that agency more money. And right now, Susan Collins is going to try to trick us all into thinking that because Kristi Noem said so, we should respect giving them more cash. She would rather fund a fascist agency than stand up to this administration.
Now, Governor Janet Mills, who's competing with Plattner for the Democratic Senate nomination, who's called for the Secretary Noem to go, resign or be fired, she says the pause is not the end of the story. In a written statement, Mills said, "We still do not know critical details about the 200 individuals ICE detained, many of whom appear to be here legally, who have no criminal record, and who are not the worst of the worst. The people of Maine deserve to know the identities of every person taken from here, the legal justification for doing so, where they're being held, and what the federal government's plans are for them." I just spoke to Senator Collins myself, as I said, and she was responding to the criticism from Mills and Plattner for not standing up to the Trump administration. She said, "Look, what I did was I got to work." And as for defunding ICE, which Plattner's talking about, she said that would be a mistake because truly criminal illegal aliens would not be deterred or would not be picked up. As far as reforms that the Democrats want to support that bill, Collins says she does support recording body cameras and de-escalation training for ICE agents. That money is already in the bill. She wants it to pass to avoid even that partial shutdown this weekend. We'll have excerpts from my interview with Senator Collins at 5 and at 6.
Okay, an early morning announcement that's taking a lot of buzz today. Phil, thanks for taking a look for us.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.